Hey, Future Twig, past here Twig once again, and I'm just going to be talking about another card call-out today. Since we've done all of the different colors, I figured we could go into some of the colorless cards and lands that now exist, and I figured I would start off with one of my favorites, Grafted Wargear. 3-mana artifact, equipment, equip creature gets +3/+2, and you can equip it for 0. And that equip 0 actually matters quite a bit because when you look at its secondary ability, Grafted Wargear specifies that whenever it becomes unattached from a permanent, you instantly sacrifice that permanent. And because of that equip 0 cost with the secondary ability, there's a lot of weird little interactions and synergies that can occur with this card. In particular, I also want to mention this is a budget card, of course, so you're looking at about 20 cents according to Scryfall, or about a quarter if you go using EDH Rec, and as you can see, it's in very few decks, relatively speaking. Alrighty, looking at synergies here. Right off the bat, you're talking about a sacrifice-based card that you can bounce around between creatures, so sacrifice-based commanders such as Sirei, Sijo's Caretaker, obvious fit for that. What's nice about artifacts and equipment is even if you have like a creature exile or creature-based board wipe, artifacts will stick around past that, so then you can get your sacrifice loop up and running again. And it's really nice because as long as it's your turn, you can sacrifice basically any number of creatures you want at sorcery-based speed, so that's wonderful. Going on there, you of course also have creatures that want to deal combat damage. That +3/+2 is actually quite significant. And so you have creatures like Piper right here that want to deal more combat damage so they can investigate more. And there's also a bit of a weird way where there are now creatures that exist and abilities to turn token artifacts like clues into creatures. So if you had something like Elosia Nephalia Sleuth, which is a different card, I'll probably put that in post, you could actually have a based... you could use that as like a creature-based clue sacrifice outlet as well using this card. And then, of course, the last one's a bit of a unique possibility, which is with, like, steal effects, like Might Makes Right here, or also, like, you know, Active Trees, and all those beautiful, like, theft effects. Usually the problem with theft effects is once you've used the creature, once you've gained it for the turn, you have to give it back to the player. However, with this card, you can basically equip it to whatever permanent you grab and steal from them, and equip it to that creature, and then at the end of that turn, you can just equip it to a different creature, and that causes the original creature to be sacrificed instantly, so it's a way of almost turning your theft cards into theft, attack, removal. So there's a lot of weird little ways that I think Grafted Wargear can work, especially in red-based decks, because red-based decks have a lot of theft, and they also have Boros colors, of course, so you have a lot of equipment-based strategies. So there's a lot of weird little interactions you can have there. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching once again. Have a great day. Take care, all.